So the Zenless Zone Zero 3.1 patch livestream just ended, and in it they went over a lot of the new stuff coming in the big anniversary patch. Now whether you missed it or you just don't have time to rewatch it, I'll give you a quick rundown on everything covered in the stream. Firstly, the redemption code is ZZZY2ANIV. So ZZZ 2-year anniversary. Make sure you redeem this code quickly as it only lasts a day, but otherwise though, let's start off with the main content. In the upcoming story beats, we're going to meet up with, again, Truvia, one of the other students with Carol Honor, as well as some other characters such as Claret, and we will learn more about becoming Enchainers, as well as Remielle's past and that of Roskalefer. There's going to be some new exploration introduced into the new update as well, where instead of just drone bangboos, we can also control little rolling bangboos out and about in the main story. But again, I'm going to gloss over all of that stuff because there's a lot to get through, and that's very minor in comparison to some of the other big things, such as the kits. Starting with Remielle. Now you might already know how Remielle works, but here's a recap now with the official names. Remielle is a Lumiflux anomaly agent. Now Lumiflux is special in that it takes on the element of whoever is next in the party lineup. So literally, she can always be effective as long as you put her with somebody else who has the advantaged element. As for how Lumiflux works in battle, the 4th hit of her basic attack as well as her EX skill will apply stacks of Lumiflux to the enemy. These attacks also build up floating radiance, and with enough floating radiance, you can hold down the EX button to take to the sky with Remielle, entering her phase flow state, where she provides a buff to the entire team and constantly attacks while off field. Then, coming back to those Lumiflux points. Whenever you trigger an anomaly with another agent, these stacks of Lumiflux are consumed to increase the damage, triggering something called a refringe effect, which will also grant Remielle stacks of Void Flare up to a maximum of 3. When Remielle has 3 stacks of Void Flare, you can hold down her basic attack button to launch a large-scale attack that triggers the Luminize effect, which is kind of like a bloom, where it consumes those Void Flares to deal extra bursts of damage. This attack will also restore floating radiance to help you take flight again. Now if Remielle triggers refringe reactions 3 times while in flight mode, and then gets all 3 of her Void Flares, she will activate her special assist attack when you next switch to her, sort of like a mini ultimate attack, complete with a full animation and everything. So the basic gameplay loop of Remielle is to build up Lumiflux on the enemy, then take flight, and apply anomalies with your other agents to trigger refringe, buffing the anomaly damage, and also building up Void Flare stacks on Remielle. Then you can switch back to Remielle to have her enter with that special assist attack, use her ultimate as well, and then use that held basic attack to convert the Void Flares into Luminized damage for a chunk of burst damage, as well as refilling her flight gauge so that she can take to the fly and then rinse and repeat. Pretty simple, all things considered, but don't let the simplicity fool you. She is going to be a very strong off-fielder with crazy burst once she does switch into the field. And she also just buffs the entire team just for existing as well while off-field. Next though is going to be Sigrid, the S-rank ice attacker. Her core gameplay is basically alternating between her skills to trigger the aerial patrol spear form. This spear form enhances her basic attacks to deal big bursts of damage. Sigrid's final basic attack on her string, her EX special, and her chain attacks are considered what is called unbridled spear skills. And when these unbridled spear skills attack or hit an enemy, it causes her to go into the patrol spear form. At this point, she gains a chance to hold down the basic attack to unleash an enhanced version of her attack. You can tell this is available because the gauge underneath her icon will be blue, signaling that you can use an enhanced attack. Each time she uses one of these unbridled spear skills though, to either activate or refresh the patrol form where you can use the enhanced attack, her crit rate will be increased. So the key to Sigrid is going to be chaining between the different attacks to constantly pump out as many enhanced basics as possible. So you want to chain between the 4th hit of the basic attack, the EX special, and the chain attacks to constantly enter the patrol form. And of course, being a knight with a shield, if you time her charged attacks or her EX skills, you can also parry incoming attacks, letting her unleash another charged attack in quick succession. Now, when an enemy is stunned, after hitting an enemy with a chain attack, Sigrid can actually unleash 3 enhanced basic swings back to back to back instantly. Much more simpler in comparison to Remielle, but still very active, very fast-paced gameplay, which some people will like over the Remielle. There will also be a new angelic aerial bangbu, which pulls in enemies as its attack to group them up and also provides buffs to the team. As for the banners, in the first half, it'll be of course Remielle alongside a rerun of Aria. But the second half of the patch will be interesting because it has Sigrid as well as the return of the special exclusive rescreening banner, featuring Dialin, Yuzaha, and Harumasa, finally awoken from his stasis. As a reminder, the special rescreening banner works like this. There are no 50/50s. you select one of the 3 banner agents, and when you pull an S rank, it will be them. No questions asked. We will also get a one-time 20% discount on your first 10 pull, and any pulls that you did on the previous rescreening banner from last year will be brought over to this banner as well. So now, knowing all of this, if you think you might be in need of some more polychrome for these banners, why not try using U7Buy? A fast, safe, and affordable place to purchase top-ups for a bunch of different games, including of course Zenless Zone Zero. And there's no need to worry about the reliability. As you can see by the reviews of U7Buy over on Trustpilot, they are highly rated. U7Buy's Zenless Zone Zero top-up page lets you recharge instantly for a fraction of the price. You'll see the prices look similar to in-game at first, but once you hit buy now, the price drops at checkout to the actual discounted amount. You're paying less without even realizing it at first. And the process is simple. Just select your server, enter your UID, complete the payment, and the monochrome will be sent directly to your account in seconds. No other account information necessary. And if you want to save even more, you can also use my discount code SHANA for another 8% off your purchase. So click the link in the description below and head on over to U7Buy and start saving today. Otherwise, they also mentioned the new disc sets, Feathered Fate and Thorned Rose. Feathered Fate is obviously the set for Remielle, being a Lumiflux and Anomaly focused set, while Thorned Rose is probably going to be a defense and crit oriented set for Claret. But now moving on to the events though. Starting off, we have the brand new permanent game mode Operation Bagel. This is the Bang Boo exploration mode, but this time with agents, where you loot and defeat enemies with agents while being able to use some special alter skills and being able to transform into ethereals too. There will also be a brand new boss enemy, the Infernal Revenant, in this mode, and after each extraction, you can use the loot that you obtain for upgrades in a roguelike style for better equipment for your next missions. This new mode will also share weekly progress with Hollow Zero, so this can be your new weekly grind. Although it'll definitely be worth it because there will be content introduced in a seasonal format in the shop associated with this game mode, including stuff like proxy outfits as well as upgrades for Pyroways. Then there is the summer event, where there'll be 2 main forms of gameplay, the beachcombing and the trading. During the beachcombing, you're going to be on cleanup duty as you scour the beach for odds and ends. And then you take these back to do the trading part of the event where you make things and fill in orders. Kinda like that one flower arranging event we had a while back. From this summer event though, you can get Lucy's free skin, as well as a name card, hamster cage, and of course, some polychrome. Then the return of the goated event, Mr. Click Snap Focus Showdown. This event is now back with some more features for some in-combat photos. There's going to be a slow-mo feature now to help you pinpoint the exact right moment that you can take a photo of Remielle's thighs. And don't lie, I know that is exactly what you were planning on doing. But speaking of taking photos of Remielle though, in the event Dangerous Fugitives Leisurely Vacation, you'll be doing just that, taking photos of Remielle throughout Roscalifer to earn some rewards. And in Ding Dong Delivery Training Progress, we will act as delivery men for some wish letters to earn some polychrome each day. Patch 3.1 will also have a Deadly Assault update with the new Adversity mode that will unlock after you score 9 stars in the regular mode. This Adversity mode will reward you with some titles, name cards, and animated avatars, but don't worry though, there are no polychromes attached to this, so it's not that serious, unless you do care about the bragging rights for it, of course, which I'm sure many people will. And then, for the 2nd anniversary, there's going to be another Faithin Grand Reveal event where EOS does a cute little live stream recapping all of the stuff that we have done and your personal stats over the last year of playing Zenless Zone Zero. Now though, let's go over to the big 2nd anniversary news. Firstly, the freebies. We will be getting 1,600 polychrome, a title, and an avatar for the 2nd anniversary, and then on top of the regular 10 boopons and 10 encrypted master tapes that we usually get each patch, we will also be getting another 10 boopons and 10 tapes in the second half of the patch via another check-in event. And most importantly, make sure you can hear me clearly now, we will all be getting a free S-rank selector for one of either Jane Doe, Soldier Anby, Hugo, Trigger, or Lucia. But not only are we getting an S-rank selector for the agent, we will also be getting a free copy of their signature engine too. Now, of that lineup, most notable is Jane, because Jane alongside Rina and Nekomata are all going to be receiving potential unlocked upgrades in patch 3.1. So Jane is going to be very good as an option here. Even if you already have her, making her stronger is not a bad idea, especially since you will also be able to pair her very nicely with Remielle. Otherwise though, during the anniversary, we will also get the last few items necessary to max out Pyroways and the signature engine. And when you do your pulls on any banner, there will be a new custom search feature where you get to choose a total of 6 S-rank agents amongst the original cast, as well as Yanagi, Caesar, and Shuyen. so that the next time you do lose a 50-50, the person who will spook you is going to be one of those 6 chosen. So effectively speaking, consider this Yanagi, Caesar, and Trien kind of being added to the regular batch of standard characters that could spook you if you have them selected. And then alongside the free Lucy summer skin, there will also be a summer skin available in the shop for Sigrid, as well as a summer skin for Remielle, who has not just her summer skin but also a all black outfit skin too. But if you want both the black outfit and the summer skin for Remielle, you can buy both of them at a 30% discount bundle too. And then lastly, speaking of buying stuff in the shop, there is another film goer thank you spending event that will be taking place starting in patch 3.1, where any amount of real money that you spend on the game can earn you some unique items such as name cards or menu animations, and also earn you progress towards redeeming Vivian, Astra, or Seed. Then there was some other miscellaneous stuff announced towards the end of the stream, such as the pre-registration event ongoing right now, where you can get 160 polychrome just for simply clicking a button and pre-registering for the upcoming patch. The web event also has the usual lucky draw, where you can earn some extra chances by doing stuff each day, and also by inviting some friends to play the game and having them use your registration link, you can both earn some polychrome rewards as well. There was a show of some Zenless Zone Zero themed aesthetic exhibitions that'll be popping up worldwide as well, and in-game there would be a crispy meal deployment plan with definitely not KFC inspired Angels of Delusion stuff, which does explain the KFC Angels of Delusion Chinese image that we saw earlier this week. And then Operation Yum is returning once again for some more food collaborations in the real world. This time the collab agents that are headlining this operation are Ellen and Manato. So you'll be able to get some in-game rewards for going to some of these collab restaurants in real life. And then lastly, they showed off some final teasers. The first of which is a collaboration between Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here already. There's no way that it will not be Miyabi appearing in Honkai Star Rail from Zenless Zone Zero, right? It's either gonna be Miyabi or Ellen, because apparently they love throwing Ellen into any collab chance that they can. But I'm curious though as to who from Honkai Star Rail they would have show up in Zenless Zone Zero. Leave your guesses down in the comments below. And then to end things off with one last tease, they showed a music video for Sunbringer, which goes along with that Prophecy song that was leaked earlier on. The music video does look very cool though, although it is somewhat concerning, I feel like, I guess, that they're already teasing another Void Hunter before the next one is even out yet. But otherwise though, that is everything that you can expect for patch 3.1 coming in just under 2 weeks from now. What are you most excited about? Who are you using that free selector on? Let me know down in the comments below. But otherwise, until next time, bye bye.